Well, that came straight off course as soon as I went back in. It's not what's supposed to happen. Anyway, should be ready to fly. What's happened? Oh, don't tell me the engine's turned off. No, we're alright. I got no engine noise, but whatever. Okay. Don't know what's happened to the engine noise. We'll just have a little fly around, see what happens. This chopper is a bit odd because it seems to make the same noise all the time, and then if you crash it hard, then it makes the right noise. Like when you power up, the engine comes on. When you power down, the blades become noisy, but you can't hear the engine. Anyway, seems to be flying nice. Everything's good on the dials, so just have a little fly around Kiruna Airport here. And I'm going to attempt to hover. I've been trying for 2 weeks to hover this chopper. Maybe put, I don't know, 7-8 hours into it maybe, which is not as much as I've put into real choppers, and I didn't manage to hover them. So it is quite a difficult task. Flying around like this, pretty easy, but bringing it to the hover is not that easy. I've just put the wind back on live as well, which is probably a mistake. You're supposed to hover in no wind. I'm going to attempt to hover in whatever wind we've got. Maybe have a look at the airport, see if there's a windsock. Is there a windsock? There's normally one somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Alright, yeah, so there we go, look, we've got a nice headwind coming straight at us. So I'll just try and bring this in to somewhere in front of the airport terminal here. Just bring it really high up and stop, and then feed the power back in, bit of left pedal, and bring this down to the ground. Bit of extra on this, on there. Is it the ground? They are. I mean, I don't crash it, but I cannot hold it in a spot. I can make a smooth landing somewhere, and I can make a landing in a particular spot. I can't do both together at the moment, so I can bring it down smooth or where I want, but not both. I'm going to try and find a spot to hover on. Now the wind is coming from the terminal direction, so I'm going to pull it round here, and we'll just look at Kiruna Airport here. I'm going to try and hover in this little circle below us. It just takes continuous adjustment all of the time, trying to hold the machine in the right place. I'm just not adept enough at the controls, as you can see, to be able to hold this in any kind of stable position. It's just floating about. I can keep it in maybe a 20-yard circle or something, but just cannot keep it in a particular position. I don't know if we've got maybe the wind sort of curling over the top of this building, not making things any easier for me. So we'll just whiz around over here, go over by the windsock, a big old sideways across there, and I'll just face onto the windsock and see how well we can do with this windsock, which seems to be somehow, some stuff seems to have got separated into its 3D. I think this is one of the greatest manoeuvres in this helicopter. It's bringing it around like that. Oh dear, I've lost it. Anyway, that's not really how you land, and a bit of an alarm going off there. Just wait for that to stabilise itself. Just it off again. And we'll try and... So, yeah, I do die still. As I try something too bold. Oh, that windsock. What's this, like a double windsock? Wow. I think it is. I don't think it's even a glitch. I think it is. If someone's accidentally pressed Control V twice there and put that windsock on twice. Anyway, there we go. Oh, look at this thing over here. What's this? Fire station. It's quite a cool looking thing. I can feel the wind is vibrating the chopper around. It's not a great day for hovering really, but we will attempt it nonetheless. I seem to have more success with a headwind than I did with a... I'm just not going the right place there. We'll bring that round again. Just shoot along the runway here. This chopper's got so much power in it. This is the Bell407. Comes free with Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's supposed to be a fairly easy to fly chopper, but none of them are easy really. So that's it. Oh, what's that on the floor? Oh, I've forgotten to put my seatbelt on again. Hopefully I won't get ejected at high speed, as has happened before, or it gets caught in the mechanism. But just concentrating a bit too much to reach down and put that on at the moment. So just have a look. Is this another windsock? Seems to suggest the wind's not so heavy. Nonetheless, what we'll do is we'll just try and turn into that wind and hold this hover just here above this bit of grass. It seems to have lost the engine noise here, but you can hear the mechanics of the tail rotor as I adjust it. You can hear extra wind. Maybe I'm going to compensate for that all the time. Here we go. That's not terrible, but I won't hold it for very long. See, as soon as you start making small adjustments, I've got to make all the corresponding adjustments on all the other controls, and I just haven't got it yet. More practice is required. I had to just do it for a bit. It's quite tiring trying to concentrate on it and hold it, get the feel for it. I tend to just, try for 30 seconds a minute and then just give myself a break by flying around the airport, looking at some of the sights. This game looks absolutely incredible, even on this aging graphics card. I can imagine what it looks like on one of the new ones. New Microsoft Flight Simulator coming out, of course, in a couple of months. Certainly we'll be buying that. There's some more missions, apparently mission-based stuff like mountain rescue and putting out fires, even crop spraying and stuff like that. So I'm quite looking forward to that sort of thing. I'm more interested in actually, a lot of people want it to be just more simulatory. They're moaning about it being more gamey, but I like the missions element. I think it's pretty accurate as it is. Love this winging it round like that. It feels great. It feels really realistic. One of the other things that's really fun to do is just get it up to speed. It accelerates quite quickly, this chopper. You can see we're at 80, pushing on to 100, no problem at all. It just zooms up in speed, and then just try and come to a stop, which you need to lean back and power down, use the speed of the rotors to pull you to a stop. So you lean back, but at some point you stall effectively. You run out of speed, so you have to feed the power back in before you crash horribly like I did before. Yeah, anyway, that's the chopper. It's well fun. I'm going to bring it in now and stop the video. I'm just really doing a short test video before I start trying to say something a bit more interesting. I'll try and bring it in and park it in front of the Estrella advert there. I'll try and bring it in fairly low and be relatively controlled. Oh, that's well off. Just did not scrub the forward speed off enough there, so we just back it up a little bit. I'll just hover, or just buzz the tower here for a bit. No one in there. I mean, what are we doing? Coffee break. So just move it back now. Just try and bring it into the more steady hover, and we'll just put it down somewhere. Oh, that was too hard. Okay. Try and bring it down inside that semicircle there. Just too much drift. Just not good enough at it. Try and bring it down in a proper gentle landing that we wouldn't die from. There we go. And that is it. My mechanism here where I now have to pick up the Oculus controllers, and I can go back to the desktop through these and sort out other stuff that I need to sort, because you can't see much through this VR apart from the menu of the game itself, and even that you have to use the controllers or the mouse. I've got this little mouse house down here, but I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to come back out to the desktop and stop the video. Thanks for watching.